Hi, afternoon. Welcome to Kaz Fitness on this bright, sunny Saturday afternoon. So I thought I'd do a quick practice for tightness of the IT band. So I get a lot of people ask me how they work the IT band if it's tight, and a quick explanation of what the IT band is. It's basically a multi-purpose tendon that runs from the outer thigh, from the top of the pelvis down to the shin bone. So if you don't know what it is, it doesn't really matter, but imagine having tightness through the hip or pain in the outside of your knee could be caused by this IT band. So we're going to do some simple exercises to try and loosen it off, and we're going to start by doing some squats. So stand with your feet hip width apart, nice and tall through the spine. Pull the tummy in, relax the shoulders back and down, and just take some even breaths in and out. So we're going to squat by taking the knees out over the toes. So we're just doing them nice and easy. You're pushing the bottom back, the heels are down, the toes are nice and light. So if you feel any pain through the knees, don't come down so far. Remember to work at your own level. So try to start to squeeze through the glute as you come up. So you're coming down, you're pushing through the heels and you're squeezing through the bottom as you come up. Good. Squeeze and squeeze. So as we squat, you may find one leg is more dominant than the other. So we're going to do 2 more here. Good. So we're going to come into some one leg squats. So come on to, yeah, we are, Bertie. So come on to one leg. If you need to, you can keep this toe tapped to the floor, or you can lift so your total balance. But you're going to one leg squat. You can hold onto a wall or a chair if you need to. So tap that foot down if you need to. So you're still pushing the bottom back as you come in to your one leg squat. So by doing one leg squat rather than both feet down, we're activating this glute more than we would by doing both legs. So we're activating the side of the bottom, the medius. Draw that tummy in. Good. We're just going to do 2 more. So I don't want you to do too many, but obviously it's up to you how many you want to do. So go to the other side. So again, you're doing one leg squat on the other leg. So toe tapped or toe lifted, and activate that side, that gluteus muscle. Draw that tummy in, lengthen through to the top of the head. And again, think about what imbalances you've got. Is one side easier than the other? How does it feel? Nice work. Let's do 4 more. Good. So just release off, walk through the feet, give them a little bit of a rest. So come down to your sides. So just come down onto your side. So if you've got bad shoulders, bad necks, you can lie long. You could use a block or a pillow under your head, or you can come down on to your elbow. So it's a lengthen through the back, draw your tummy in, open out through the shoulders. Bring your feet together, your knees are together, your hips are going to stay level. We're going to open out through the hip, squeeze into that glute and back down. So open out, squeeze into the bottom. So we're going to strengthen into the glute, into the side of the bottom. To activate again that gluteus medius, to strengthen. Good. If you want to work a bit harder, you could lift the feet off the floor. You could keep that other knee down. You could lift both legs off the floor. You could come here. So it's entirely up to you how you want to work. So again, up to you how many you do. I'd probably say minimum of 8, maybe up to say 16, 20 on a side. Nice. So give that leg a little rest because you've been opening out and squeezing in to that side. So bottom leg is now bent. Lengthen your top leg. We're going to do some side kicks. So flex the foot and just lift up and down. Lift up and down. Good. So lift. So again, you're strengthening through into this glute down the side of the leg. Nice work. Try to keep the ear away from that shoulder. If it starts to hurt, you can lie down at any point. It's entirely your choice how you work. So 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's kick it forwards, back to centre. So forwards, back to centre. Forwards, draw that tummy in. Think about trying to lengthen down the hamstring. Nice work. So we'll just do 4 more here. And 2. And 1. Good. Have a rest. Just release through that leg. Release off through the bottom. So we'll try something a little bit harder now. Just so as we increase a bit of ab work, a bit of strengthening into the back. So come into a side plank, either on your elbow. Now, if you're in your side plank on your elbow will be underneath your shoulder. So you're not out here. The elbow is direct into the shoulder. Or you could come onto the hand, and your hand here, nice long line. You can stay on your knees. You can lift here. So you're drawing that tummy in, lifting the hip off the floor, opening out through the chest. Or you can come into a full side plank, opening out here. So if you can, I want you to lift your top leg off the floor, flex your foot for 4, 3, nice, 2, 1, lower, hoo, hoo, hoo. Have a rest. Nice work. How did that feel? You know we got 2 sides, right? So we'll do exactly the same on the other side. We're going to go straight to the other side so we don't forget what we've done. So come to the other side. So we're going to open out through that hip first. So make sure your elbow is directly underneath your shoulder. The hand is flat or your leg long. Feet together, hips square. Lengthen, open out through the chest. Open out through that knee and squeeze into the bottom and back down. So open out and squeeze, or lift the feet off the floor, or you could lift the knees off the floor. It depends how you feel about working, okay? Work at your own level, but open out and squeeze. Don't get to a point where you're doing it so fast that you're not opening out. Squeeze into the side of that bottom. Squeeze into the side. Good. So let's just do 4 more. Nice, easy breathing. So although we're trying to work on one area, don't ever forget your breathing. Don't ever forget your nice long back and your stance. So give it a rest. Have a little rest. Give it a rub. Nice. So bottom leg is bent. Top leg is lengthened. Again, you can lie flat. Flex your foot. Think about opening out, lengthening. Draw that tummy in and lift and lower. So remember, whatever we're working, even if we are working on one area, we are still always pulling those tummies in, working on the abs, working on strengthening through the back. So Pilates is all about strengthening through the back, through the abs, through that pelvic floor, holding everything nice and tight. So we're in a nice working position and we're strengthening in everything as we work. Breathing is really important. I don't mind how you breathe, as long as you breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. So hold, flex forwards and back. Flex forwards and back. Nice. The shoulders are staying as still as you can. Forwards and back. Forwards and back. Good. relax. So have a rest. Good. So again, we're going to come into that side plank. So remember, you could be on the elbow. You could keep the knees bent. You could just lift here. You can come onto the arm. You can lengthen. You can hold. So draw that tummy in. And if you can, lift that top leg off the floor and hold for a count of 4, 3, 2, 1. And lower, come down, have a rest. Give the bottom a rest. If you need to, you can stretch side to side. Nice, good. So let's just release off through the back and open out through the hip flexors in a cobra. So you're going to come down to your fronts. You're going to take your hands underneath your shoulders, fingers spread. Tuck your chin. Now, use your hands, push up, open out through the chest, relax the shoulders back and down, look forwards but slightly tuck the chin. So you might find that it hurts your lower back. If it does come down slightly, don't come up so high. Think about opening out through the hip flexors, so through that hip. So sometimes our IT band can run through the hip, cause problems. So we open out through that hip, lengthen, open out through the back to strengthen, and you're working through those glutes again. Nice work. Come down. Let's just do a cat stretch. So cat stretch, up, open out, and sink. So this is just a nice stretch to do generally. It releases through the pelvis, it releases through the back. Nice. Good work. Give me a couple more. And then relax back, bottom onto the heels, just to have a rest, just to release. Good. So let's do some stretching now. So I'm going to use a band. You do not have to use a band. If you don't have a band, you can stretch without the band. Remember that you are always working at your own level, and if you've got the band, you will get more of a stretch. So please always stretch within your own level. Don't overstretch. So take your band, if you want your band, and place it round 1 foot. If you haven't got your band, just take your leg up towards the ceiling and hold. If you've got the band, draw the band into the chest. If you haven't got your band, hold your leg under or above your knee. So if you've got the band, flex the foot, lengthen, relax the head, neck and shoulders down. So don't let any tension go through your back. Keep your bottom on the floor. So I see a lot of people stretching that are lifting or twisting through the pelvis. Keep that pelvis nice and long, and your hamstring is a developmental stretch, so we want to hold it so as we start to lengthen through the hamstring. So if you feel it easing, you can pull into it slightly more, but if you don't, just hold and relax. Good. So we want to stretch through our outer and our inner thigh. So I'm just going to drop this leg down so you can see what I'm going to do, but you can keep that knee bent. Keep your band into your chest. It's handy to cross the band and hold it in opposite hands because you do not want that band to flop off your foot and hit you in the face. So hold your band, take your leg out to the side, but only as far as you feel comfortable. So keeping that other knee bent, keeping your bottom flat. So if I take it too far, you can see my hip start to rock. Okay, you want to keep that bottom on the floor, that other knee facing the ceiling. So get in a stretch all the way through that inner thigh. So again, you are trying to lengthen through that inner thigh to stop any tension through the legs. So if we do a lot of impact sports, so running, jumping, explosive sports, that's where we get tightness through the legs, through the IT band, through the glutes, through the quads. And come back up. So we're going to stretch now our outer thigh. So keep that band crossed if you've got your band. If you haven't got your band, just take that leg over the top of the other leg. You could lengthen that leg if you want to. But again, you're keeping that pelvis neutral. Don't tilt here. Nice and neutral. Get an outer thigh stretch. So you might feel this down into your knee. If it's too painful, release off slightly or soften that knee. That will be that tension maybe from the IT band that's just pulling on the knee. Good, just ease into that stretch. Nice work, so come out. So you can swap legs here quite easily. Take one leg in, one leg down, and we're on the other side. So cross that band, so we're nice and stable. Lengthen that leg, soften through the knee if you need to, stretch through the hamstring. So remember your breathing, remember the shoulder blades are relaxed back and down. And try not to wrap your hand around, your band around your hands. Hold it rather than wrapping it round. You can come into it slightly more if you want to or need to. And let's take it out to the side. So open out, again keeping the bottom on the floor, that knee facing the ceiling. So you will again find one side will go down a lot easier than the other. So you might need to play with this or hold one side for longer, but don't overstretch with the band. Good, come back up and take it over that knee. So you're really lengthening, stretching into that outer thigh. Good. So come back up, release the band off. Now if you didn't have a band or you want to have a better outer thigh stretch, if you didn't feel that you could go over, you can do this one and lift the legs off the floor. So flexing the foot, taking the ankle over the knee, lifting the leg off the floor. Effective stretch for that outer thigh. Good, and take it down, cross the other leg and lift. Nice. So release, bring yourself up to sitting. And take the legs out. So just reach down towards the toes. If you can't reach the toes, soften through the knees or reach to your ankles. As you reach down, try not to round through the back. Try to hinge from the hips so you're bringing the chest forwards. You're keeping the chin nice and high and you're lengthening through the legs, through the bottom into the back. Good. So release, bring your feet together. Now bring your feet back to your bottom as much as you can. So you're forcing those hips to open out. If it's too much, keep the feet here like we normally do our stretch or a band angle pose in yoga. But bring those feet in to open out. Hold the feet. Push the knees gently down towards the mat. Good. Just open out. Release. Nice. Good. So another nice one just for your hips is a mermaid stretch. So you're bringing one foot in front of you, the other foot I've just taken back towards my heel, and you're just going to reach over side to side, keeping the bottom on the floor. So you might find it pulls all the way up from the hip if you're tight, all the way through the side. So you could do maybe 8 to 10 of these to each side before changing legs. So we'll change legs. So change legs, bring that foot in front, other foot behind. So again, if you're tight through one side, you might find already this pulls down the leg or pulls into the bottom before you even stretch. So you might find you need to do one side more than the other. Good work. So again, do about 8 to 10 on each side before you release off. Nice. So let's just bring ourselves up to standing. So very slowly, just uncurl, bring yourself up to standing. Good. So we're going to do a few standing stretches to help that IT band, to help the hip flexors. So let's do a quad stretch first. So bring the knees together, push your hips forwards. Either hold the toes, or if you want to, you could hold that ankle, flex through the foot. See what difference it makes to stretching through the quad, if any. If you want to lean into the stretch, you can make it slightly harder. Good. And back and down. So lift the other leg. So either hold on to the foot or the ankle. You can flex the foot if you want to. You can lean into that stretch. Your choice. Nice work. So we've got 2 stretches left. So we're going to cross the legs and you're going to hinge from the hips, come down to the floor. So come down towards the floor. If you can't get to the floor, obviously don't come down to the floor. If you need to, soften through the knees. So think about where you feel any tightness, any pulling. Again, you might find it through a knee. You might find it through that outer glute. But it's a really nice stretch. Come all the way up and change sides. So again, hinge, come all the way forward. You might find one side easier than the other, but just allow it to release off. And as with any video that I do, work at your own level. If you don't want to do something, come back up. You don't have to. Remember, you can pick and choose what you do. So we're going to come into a wide leg stance. Come to where you feel most comfortable. So feet either under the hips or slightly wider. Again, if you've got bad knees, you can soften through the hips. So come down to a wide leg forward fold, a bit like you would do again in yoga if you do yoga. Bring your hands down. So if the knees hurt, soften through your knees. So what we're going to do to work through that IT band through the side of that leg is we're going to walk both hands just to one foot. So you're in your wide leg forward fold and you'll either feel it pulling again through that knee, so you can soften the knee, or you'll feel it pulling more down through that leg. Nice. If it's too much, go back to center. So let's go back to center and let's walk to the other side. So again, you're going to find one side harder than the other. So this is my harder side, so I can really feel it pulling through my hip. Try to keep the crown of the head down. Nice, back to centre. So let's just hold in centre for a minute. Just allow yourself to ease off here. Nice. So walk the feet in, bend through the knees, and then uncurl yourself all the way up to standing. Walk through the feet, relax through the shoulders. Give yourselves a massive clap. Well done for completing that Pilates. So a little bit for hopefully the IT band for the hips, opening out. Well done. Give yourselves a round of applause. Go and have a coffee, go and have a drink, enjoy the sun. Take care. Bye.